we will solve this today's LeetCode problem. This is a boards to save people. Let's see what it is. So this is a LeetCode medium one. You are given an array people where people I is the weight of the ith person and an infinite number of boards where each board can carry a maximum weight of limit. Okay. Each board carries at most two people at the same time, provided the sum of the weight of those people is at most limit. Okay. Return the minimum number of boards to carry given person. Okay. So in this question, what is given that we have given number of peoples whose weights are given. No, each person's weights are given in this array, and the limit of maximum weight is given, and it is also given that we can the boat can carry at most two people at the same time. It means the maximum a boat can carry is two people, right? And the maximum weight it can carry in a boat is limit. So we have in this question we have given two conditions here. We have two conditions that the first one is uh, the max limit of weight, and the second condition is at most two people the boat can carry, right? At most two people, right? So this is the two conditions here, and we need to find the minimum number of boats to carry every given person in this array, right? So if we see the constraints, the limit is always be greater than the individual person's weight, right? So it will never be possible that the weight of the people of any individual person is greater than this limit, right? So it means that the single person can accommodate in a boat, right? It's sure. I'm, so what does it mean? That I am sure that the individual individual weight of a person weight of individual person, okay, the weight of a individual person is not greater than the limit, not greater than a limit, right? So this is I'm sure of that, right? Now we will see the minimum number of boards to carry given a to carry every given person. So we will see these people. So here 1 plus 2 is 3, which is less than equals to less limit, and two people can accommodate in a one board. So the output is 1. If we see the second example, this 3 2 to 1. So if we see that limit is 3, and so 1 and 2 can accommodate in a one boat, second can accommodate in a second boat because 2 plus 3 is equals to 5, so we can't, it is greater than this limit, so we can only take a one boat for this 2 and one boat for this 3, right? So the answer is 3 here. And for this again 3, this 3 plus 3 is equals to 6, that's why we can't take the one boat for these two people, so we need to take a one for each separate, right? Okay. So if you have seen the example, the first approach which comes in your mind that we will short it and uh, start iterating from beginning, and if the and add and the start adding the start adding from low weight low weight, and if the weight is greater than limit, or the total and the number of, or the number of people is get more than 2, then we will assign a board to them is less than 2, right? Less than or equals to 2, we will assign we will assign a board to them, right? So this is the first approach which can came in someone mind, which can came in someone's mind, right? So this can be the first approach we can came in someone's mind. If you see the first example here in this case, so if we shorted three, so 3 3 4 and 5. So if you see this, if I take 3, then it is less than limit, so we can again take a 3. So but it is greater than 6, so we can't take it, so we will assign this 3 to a single boat, right? So the answer is 1 for this, right? Now again we will start from 3. So this 3 is less than limit, but this plus 4, 3 plus 4 is greater than this limit, so we need to assign this 1 to this 3. This 4 is again the same thing, so again 1, see again 1. So this approach is working for this, right? So the answer is 4. If you see another examples, you can see that 1 plus 2 is 3 and we can accommodate two people. So the answer 1 plus 1 comma 2 give, assign one vote, 2 assign one vote, 3 assign one vote, so it is 3. So this is working in this given example, but here is a catch, that this will be not an correct answer. So why? So let's take an example and understand it. Suppose let's take 1 1 4 and 4, and limit is given as a 5, right? So with this approach, what should be the answer according to you? With this approach, their answer should be this one contain this 5 less than 5, right? See 1 plus 1 is 2, this is again less than 5, plus 4 greater than this 5. So the answer is will be 1 for this 1 comma 1, right? This is for 1 comma 1. Now this 4 plus 4 is less than 5, greater than 5, so this 4 should be assigned 1 again, and this 4 should be assigned 1. So answer should be 3 according to this approach. According to first approach, right? The answer should be 3. But is it correct answer? But it is it correct answer? Think again. Think again. So what if I combine 1 4 and 1 4? So this will give me 2, right? 1 4 is a part of less than or equals to 5, and this is again less than or equals to 5, and at most 2 is there, so we can accommodate in 2. So it means this first approach is not working here, right? So this has some limitations. This has some limitations, so this is not an optimal answer. So we conclude that this is not an optimal answer. The first approach is wrong. The first approach is wrong. So the question is, why is it getting wrong, right? The question is, why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? So if you observe, it can be possible that if you start iterating from from beginning, then it may be possible that some of the weights can be some of the weights combinations will be wrong if you start adding the lower weight. So we need to combine the we need to combine the higher weight and the lower weight, so that it will always be give me the minimum number of boards which can accommodate in the given person, right? So what we need to do, we need to we need to combine the lowest and the highest weight combinations. We need to make combinations of the lowest and the highest weight according to the given conditions. According to given conditions. So what are the conditions? The conditions are here, which we have written this. These are the condition to condition, that maximum limit of weight should be less than equals to limit, and at most two people only will be there. So what we can do, we will use. So the optimal approach should be, the optimal approach should be here, that we will use two pointer approach. So what we will take, we will take a two pointer and assign this to the first part after sorting, of course. After sorting, we will assign two pointer. First will be pointing to the starting point, and the second pointer will start pointing to the last part, and then we will solve this problem. Now if you solve this 1144, what we will do, this I is at 0 and j is equals to at 0 1 2 3, right? This will be 3. So if you combine this 1 plus 4, that will be, and that is less than equals to limit, and at most two people is required, so answer is 1. And if you again, and we will decrement and increment both of the pointer. Now this will become 1 and this will become 2. So if 1 plus 4 is 5, see it again satisfy the condition, it is again 2. Now this is equals to j, so we will come out to the while loop, and this will be the answers here. So if you observe, for all of the examples given, this will be satisfied for all of this, right? Suppose let's take 3 3 4 5. 3 3 4 5. So again 3 5 is 8, right? So we can't take 3 and 5. So this 5 can be accommodated in this limit 5. So this I is equals to 0 and j is equals to 3. So this 5 is cannot be this 3 5 cannot be taken as answer. So we will decrement this 5 only. So this answer is 5 and j becomes 2. Now 3 plus 4 is again greater than this limit 5. So we will again increment and decrement this pointer to 1. Now, this 3 plus 3 is 6, which is again greater than 5. So, we will take this as 0 and this will become 1 again. Now, this both is 0, which is again less than limit. So, it will again give me a 1 value, which is equals to 4. So, this two pointer approach will be an optimal approach here, right? Because we need to find the combination of larger and the smallest element to get the minimum number of boards here, right? So this is how we solve this question. Let's implement it. So this is people dot size, and we need to take a point two pointers, which is pointing to the first and the last. Before that, I need to short this. I need to short this array to make it so that it can point to the lowest and the highest weight. Now what I will do, I will use a two pointer approach, the same approach which we use. And if we see that this combination of both of at most two people is less than equals to limit or not. If it is limit, it means we can, okay, I need to take an answer for counting the number of boards. So if it is a less than limit, it means we can accommodate this both people in a one board. So we will increment my answer and decrement this both of the pointer by one from forward and the backward, right? If it is greater than limit, then we will check. Then we will simply can increment and decrement this less than greater than the pointer. Why we are decrementing from the last part? Because the we are decrementing from the last because this 5, if we combine with any of the lowest, that can be greater than this limit. But if we take the first part, which is the lowest, it can combine to the any of the largest part after that in the array, so that it will give me an optimal answer, right? That's why we are decrementing this j minus minus, right? So, and after this, so there here one case will be one case need to be handled. If I is equals to j, if I is equals to j, it means there will be a single element left. So if there is a single element left, it means it should assign to a one board, because it will not be it will not be in a pair with any of the person's weight. So it should be assigned of a single board, and lastly we will return answer, right? So this is how we will solve the question. Let's run it. We have passed the sample case. Let's submit it. So it's taking time. Okay. Yeah, we have successfully passed that sample case. So what will be the time? So what will be the time and the space complexity of this problem? So time complexity will be that we are shorting it. So that will be O of n log n. Shorting, the problem is O of n log n, and we are iterating only one time in this whole array. In this whole only O of an iteration, that will be O of n. So the overall will be O of n log n, right? That overall will be O of on log n. And the space complexity is that we are not taking any extra spaces here. We are just using a variables, so that will be O of 1. So this both will be the time and the space complexity, right? So yeah, thank you. Hope you understand it. Bye bye.